What's up, everyone? My name's Mark and this is Black Hut. Hey everyone, like I said, my name is Mark and this is Black Hut Woodworking. Thanks for coming in, I do appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel and would appreciate it. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. It does help out the channel immensely. If you are subscribed, please hit that bell icon on the subscribe button. You get a notification anytime that I put up a new video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. So what we're going to do today is I am building some end grain cutting boards. Now, the place that I normally get my wood from, unfortunately, they are all shut down right now due to COVID. So unfortunately, I couldn't get the wood where I wanted to get it. So I ordered some through Amazon. Now I've ordered through Amazon before. I've done a video on it. I got some really good wood from that company. Fortunately, at the time that I was ordering this, they didn't have wood available. So I ordered from a different company and I ordered some special wood on this one because I'm going to make these cutting boards a little bit better. Each piece is 2 inches wide, a little over 2 inches, or right at 2 inches. So I'm going to cut them in half and basically do 2 cutting boards that are just a little under an inch. And the special wood that I ordered is this piece over here. This is Purple Heart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some strips and it's going to accent the wood. Basically, I got to break out the table saw and let's get to cutting these in half and get the measurements correct. Just under an inch. Just under an inch. Okay, so I have that all set. Let's make sure that's locked down. Alright, anytime that you're using any power equipment, safety. So eye protection, ear protection, and I'm going to put a respirator on in just a second. Alright, so I've got all the cherry, the maple, and the walnut all sliced up there. So now what I gotta do is I gotta cut the Purple Heart. What it's gonna do is it's gonna leave a nice deep purple or dark maroon colored wood once it's finished. I just have to figure out how I want to cut it and to what depth I want to cut it. So it's going to be a 1/2 inch. I should be able to get, I'm hoping to get 3 cuts. Yeah, there's going to be 3 cuts out of it. So I'll have to look out and measure it and figure out what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to line up the boards here. Let me get you to the overhead camera so I can get my hands free here. Alright, so we are using a shotgun mic now, so the sound may not be as good as I want it to be, but we should have 2 boards here, so I got to separate them because they're going to be off just a little bit. Actually, they may not be. They're actually really close. So if I cut that, if I cut the Purple Heart the same width, it should. I'd love to cut that in half, but I don't know whether I can. Alright everyone, I got it all laid out. My wife came down and she gave me the seal of approval. This is the This is the setup that I'm going to use for the pattern. I realized that I'm not going to have enough clamps to glue both boards up at the same time, so I'm going to do one and then the other. It only takes about 1 hour to 2 hours for the glue to dry. So hopefully I'll be able to get them both glued up tonight. And then tomorrow I'll do the sanding and all the other stuff. The fun stuff. But let's get these glued up now and let's see what we got. Alright, so we're going to glue this up now. I actually get to use my little glue brush, silicone glue brush that I bought recently. Twisty ties. I hate twisty ties. And we are going to use Tegablond 3. Okay, it's waterproof is the biggest thing with it. Spread that glue out. You're gonna have a ton of squeeze out on this when we clamp it up. There is going to be a ton of sanding on this. Like I said at the beginning, this wood I will not buy from this wood place again. Hopefully my regular wood place opens back up soon. Okay, so I'm going to put these on the side here. Okay, and all these are is to project the side of the board from these clamps. Tight clamp down here. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for an hour or so, and we'll come back and see how it is, and I can actually see that. Alright everyone, the glue's been drying for an hour now. I'm going to take the clamps off and let's see what we got. I think I may have goofed a little bit, so we'll see how we're going to fix that. So let's take those clamps off. Alright, so we're going to let the glue cure a little bit longer. It's a pretty flat board. Put this over to the side and we're going to glue up the other one. Alright everyone, I am back the next day. I let the boards sit overnight, let the glue cure. This board over here, I had to pin this thing down to this table because it cupped something fierce. And I didn't know what I did wrong. So, after I quit because I was going to stop making mistakes, went up, did some research, and basically, it's a couple of things were the problem. Number one, the way that I clamped to the board was wrong. I should have alternated the clamps, and yeah, I learned. Number two, I should have put, like I have on this one here, a board across to keep it level. Because the pressure from the clamps is going to cause the cupping. So I did that on this one, and this one looks pretty straight. I haven't pulled it off the clamps yet, so we'll see. But this one here, I pinned to this desk flat. All corners are touching. So hopefully when the glue set up overnight, it flattened out. So let's pull this one off the clamps and let's see how it came out. Alright, seems to straighten it out. It's got a little bit of a wobble in it. Alright, I've already done some sanding on this board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to square off the ends before I go any further. Get them nice and smooth. Get them square. And finish up the sanding on this. I've already started with 80 grit. Going to go up to 120 and then up to 220. So then what you do is in between each sanding, spray some water on it to lift up the grain and go from there. So let's get this squared off. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, make sure this is at 0, and I take off as little as I have to. Get that nice and square there. Okay, cover your ears because this is going to be loud. A nice square edge there. Okay, now we're going to do it to the other side, and what I'm going to use is use the guide on this one. Okay, a nice smooth edge there. Alright, so now what we gotta do is we gotta get some sanding done here. Alright, so I got the nice smooth edges on that right now, or the square edges. What I need to do is I need to sand again. I've already sanded this once, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet it down, wait for it to dry, and then resand it. So, wahoo. The one thing that's really cool is you can actually start to see, when you wet it down, you can see the coloration coming out. So let's soak this thing up, and it's probably going to take about 15-20 minutes for it to dry. What I did was put a nice chamfer on the side of the board here. See that angle? Nice design on it. And I've wet the boards down again for their final sanding. Yeah, I'm on the home stretch with these things here. It's been interesting. Like I said, that wood that I got from Amazon was horrible. It was not square. It's supposed to be, I think they call it 4S4. It was supposed to be. I believe that's the term. Where all four squares, they're parallel and the corners are supposed to be square. They were not. Take it for what it's worth. Maybe I just got a bad shipment. The person who sent it to me was in a bad mood for the day or not feeling well. In any case, I won't buy from them again. But I did what I could with them. My next project, I am actually going to buy lengths of wood and I'm going to mill it myself. Should be interesting because I don't have a joiner and I don't have a planer. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. But hopefully I can get it close. In any case, yeah, I'll get back to you in a little bit. The only thing left to do on this now is to put some mineral oil on them. And actually, I got one more sanding to do. And then I got to put mineral oil and then some wax them up. And I'm probably going to put them up on Facebook, see if I can sell them. We'll see. So I'll let you know how I did on, selling them. And I'll show them to you before I put them up on Facebook. So I'll be back to you guys in just a little bit. This is my favorite part of any work, any job, any project that I do is to do the staining and the finish on it. So what I'm going to do is go over here and grab it from my shelf. Okay. I have food grade mineral oil. Okay. And wood wax from Walrus oil. This stuff works really well. And we're going to finish them. Once I get a coat of oil on them, I'm going to put them up here on my art easels for them to dry. The oil will just drip onto the table here. It's no big deal. Wipes right up. Stuff is safe, non-toxic, cleans up pretty easy too. But what it does is it moisturizes the wood, and then what the wax does is it prevents the water from getting into the cracks and splitting the wood. So they'll last for years and years and years. So it works really well. I've already done many boards and have not had a single problem. So what do you say? Let's get some color into these boards. All right, so what we'll do is we'll start out with the smaller board first. Basically what you just do is pour it right on. And you wipe it in. Put that up here to dry. There we go. We got the two up there. Come back, put another coat on them in about an hour. And just continue to do that. We got the boards all oiled up. They came out really nice. So now the best part, and this really brings out the color on the boards, is we got to put some wax on them to protect. By putting a nice thick coat of wax on them, it will protect them from warping and cracking in water. It's conditioning the board, and you're going to want to do it probably about once a month. If you use the board consistently, you want to reapply the wax. So I'm going to add it to these two boards, and I had some left over, some of the wood left over, so I'm probably going to make a charcuterie board out of that. So let's see how it looks with the wax. What you do, take some out, and to be honest, you apply it just like you would to waxing your car. There we go. A waxed board. Let's go on to the other board here. This here is a 1/2-inch board. A little bit shorter, but it's a little bit more of the Purple Heart in it. So, and that's it. That's, I mean, how to make a cutting board. It's really, really simple. Just pay attention to your details. I'm sure there's probably easier ways than I did it, but it ended up coming out. I think it came out pretty good. What I need to do is next, I'm gonna put some little feet on these. I like having the feet on the bottom of them. It just makes it look better. Lift it up off the table. So let's put this aside and let's get the legs on here. All right, so this is the 1-inch board. Unfortunately, I thought I had enough little feet to put on the bottom of both boards. I only have 4. So we're going to do it on this board. I'll have to order some more and add them to the other one at a different time. So what you want to do is we flip this over. This is the way I do it. Okay. This board is 12 inches by 16 inches. So what I do, because I don't want to put the feet in too much, because then it's going to create a wobble factor on the edge. If someone's cutting something, I don't want anyone to get hurt. So what I do is I usually go 1 inch in, probably here, and go 1 inch from the bottom here. And what I do, and at that point, start it off. We do, line the screw up on it, do it right into the hole. So that's in there pretty good. And I do it on all 4 corners here. There we go. Get the 4 feet on it. You flip it over. What that does too is it stabilizes. So if they're cutting on the ends here, it's not going to flip or move, or, you know, really move too much. There you go. It was that easy. I mean, it takes probably about 2 to 3 hours total to do an end grain cutting board like this. Glue up, everything included. The thing that takes the most amount of time, not including that, is allowing the glue to set up and to basically bond. So usually all together, get a good group together, it'll probably take you over 2 days. You can get this done. So yeah, it's fairly simple. Came out really nice. It's a great project to do, and I've never sold one. I've just done them as, you know, projects, given them to friends and family. These ones here I'm going to try to sell. I've never sold any of my woodworking before, so this is going to be a first for me. So what I'm going to do in my next video is I'm going to go over what steps that I did trying to sell the cutting boards, how it worked out for me, and see how long it does take me to sell the boards. This is including figuring how much to charge for the wood. I'll go over everything, how much, I'll break it down to how much it cost me for the wood, my time, the materials that I needed to build the boards, and just break it down to everything. Like I said, I've never done this before, so it's going to be interesting to actually see. I've seen these types of boards on different venues for anywhere from $80 all the way up to $230. I'm not sure where I'm going to get. I'll probably be on the lower end for the materials that I use. We'll see. And we'll see how fast they do sell. So in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching through. I really do appreciate it. I really enjoyed building these boards, and I'm really enjoying doing these videos. Check out my website, which is www.blackhutwoodworking.com. You can also check me out on Facebook. I have a Facebook page under the same thing, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Leave me any comments, any questions on any of my social media that you have, and I'll try to answer them. Or if you know of a better way of me doing something, leave me a comment and let me know. I truly appreciate it. Like I said, I am beginning at this, so this is all new to me. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you guys again in the next video.